Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're back with another So You Want to Play. Today we're going for the Bulgarians. Last week you guys voted on the YouTube that you want to see Bulgarians next. It was a close second behind Malians though. Or sorry, Malians was a close second, sorry. But Bulgarians did win out, so we're going to go for that this week. Get the hi YouTubes in the chat on Twitch. And you say whatever you want. I'm going to minimize the chat so I don't get distracted here. I saw Roxy spamming cringe. Anyway, so welcome back to another episode of So You Want to Play. Today it's Bulgarians. And if you guys don't know what the series is about, it's a Twitch and YouTube series that I'm running about the civilizations. And it's basically, I'm going to go through what the Civ has to offer in theory, take a look at the tech tree, explain what they're good at, what their weaknesses are, and then also, ban the maps that aren't good for them. And then I'm going to go ahead and queue up for a game. So I'm going to play a game after the theory to see how they play out in practice and how the practical side of things plays out in comparison to the theory. So it's a pretty cool series to understand the civilizations and how they are played in a real game. Also, in between the queue time, we're going to be doing a Q&A with Twitch chat. So Twitch chat can get in on this. And then for YouTube, you guys vote in the comments what civ you want to see next week. So that's what the interaction is. Let's hop into it and take a look at Bulgarians' technology tree. Alright, so not Aztecs, we got Bulgarians here. Alright, so they're classified as an infantry and cavalry civilization. They have the militia line upgrades for free, which is actually really strong. However, you can see here quickly that they're missing champions, so it's not, not necessarily as strong, or not as strong into the late game. However, it's still quite nice, especially for the early men arm rush, and does scale well, or fairly well. The second bonus is that their town centers cost minus 50% stone. Not the best eco bonus. I guess it's helpful in certain areas, but it's really not that interesting, I think, in my opinion. They can build the Krepos though. Krepos, think of it like half a castle. It costs 350 stone, and it's a 3x3 building, so it's smaller than a castle, but it does a lot of damage, and it still gives you plus 20 population space, so it's quite nice. I'll go a little bit more in depth about that later. The unique unit is the Conic, which is a cavalry unit that when dismounted, when you kill the cavalry unit, it dismounts into an infantry unit called the Dismounted Conic, which is pretty cool and unique, hence it's the unique units. And then their unique text is the Stirrups, which gives their cavalry attack plus 25% faster. That's pretty good. Attacking faster is obviously really good for DPS in these big engagements. And then the second unique text, so that's a Castlish one. In Imperial Age, they have Baggins. Militia Line gains plus 5 armor. It's also the last name of a couple, not elves, hobbits, as far as I know. Okay, enough of the cringe jokes, Hera. Let's move on. Team bonus, Blacksmiths work 50% faster. I actually didn't even know about that, so I'm learning something new myself. But I'm credible. I'm credible, I promise. Okay, so now that we know what their unique techs are, let's take a look at their tech tree to see how we can actually use these ones and what they have available. So right off the bat, you're going to notice something really interesting. They're missing even the crossbowmen, so they have only archers. So you don't want to even be playing archers in Castle Age because you don't have crossbows. The only other civ to have that is the Spanish. That's a really big disadvantage. Kind of cripples your civ in Castle Age. You do get Thumbering though, so you can play Cav Archers quite well. For the barracks, you have fully upgraded ones, except for the champions. That's the only attack you're missing, and obviously Eagles. And you do obviously get the Swordsman lines for free as well, the upgrade, so that's quite nice. For their stable, they have Scout all the way to Hussar, and then they have Cavalier. They used to have Paladins, but it got revoked in a previous patch. But then they made the Stirrups affect the Cavalier line, so that's actually not too bad either. For their siege, pretty fleshed out here. You're pretty much only missing the Bombard Cannon, so solid siege, but no bonuses for your siege. So overall, it's okay. It's good for late game. Nothing that special in Castle, but it's okay. Blacksmith, you got everything except the Ring Archer armor, which is fine. It just means that you have weaker skirmishers in the Imperial Age. And then their ships is nothing special. In fact, it's quite bad. You're missing heavy demo and fast fire ships. You only really have Galleon, and you don't even have these two decks. So very bad on water. Remember that. University, the only thing that really matters is siege engineers. Everything else is kind of whatever. And then unique text. Okay, the Conic. So the Conic costs 60 food and 70 gold. It benefits from Stirrups, the unique tech, so it has a lot of potential to be very strong. And it also benefits from the cavalry armor and also the infantry armor, because when it's dismounted, it counts as an infantry unit. And obviously the attack for cavalry and infantry is already one upgrade, so no problem there. Conic has really high potential, high ceiling, because of how many upgrades can go into it. However, it does require a castle, and it's oftentimes quite hard to get into. But I do think it's probably one of their best late game units. And something that could be kind of strong in Castle Age, especially if you make use of their Krepost, where can I see the Krepost? There it is. Especially if you make use of the Krepost, which has 2600 health. Has a lot of armor, by the way, and only costs 250 stone, so Quepos is quite good. Has one less range than the castle, though, must be noted. And yeah, Conics is probably one of their strongest units, I'd say, and what you want to base your strategy around most of the time, especially in late castle and early imp. Their monk techs are kind of whatever. You're missing Sanctity, so that's the big one, but you have Redemption, so that's okay. You're missing also block printing, so pretty average, pretty subpar, I'd say. Monastery and eco upgrades, well, missing guilds and this, but doesn't really matter too much. All right, so now that we've seen what Bulgarians have to offer, how do we actually play the civilization, and what are their strengths and weaknesses? So right off the bat, they're not good at water. We established that. But also, they don't actually have crossbowmen teched into or available for them. So they're a bit awkward to play because all these strategies like Drush into archers or Drush fast castle with the crossbows don't actually work very effectively long term. So we're going to need a different way to play Bulgarians instead of like the standard kind of meta style to get into crossbow and castle age. They do have fine knights, which is good. And they do have the TCs costing less stone, and also the Krepos, which could be good on maps like Arena. So right now what I'm thinking is that they're pretty good on land maps if you play a certain style, but they're not good on water maps, and they're probably not good on hyper aggressive maps where build orders heavily matter, and being behind the crossbow tech can actually hurt them a lot. So I think right off the bat, Arabia, it's not their best. Like, they're not crazy good on Arabia, but you can at least play because you can play defensive on Arabia and, like, hug a hill or something. So Arabia's cool. Continental, mostly water, we're going to ban that easily. Arena, they can play fine. They have a pretty good boom with their town centers being cheaper and fine late game, so that's cool. Golden Pit, same reasoning with Arena. Easy to wall and good land in late game. Hill Forts, I think this is one of those maps that crossbow doesn't hurt you that much, so I'm going to keep it open for now. Mega random, it's too random for them. Let's ban it. Kilimanjaro, I think this map is way too aggressive, and lacking crossbow could be a game changer. However, you do have free men-at-arms with Bulgarians, and that could be a really strong opening, so I might keep Kilimanjaro open. Mountain Pass, definitely no. It's too slow paced for Bulgarians, and you're going to get outpaced by civs like Britons or Spanish, I'd say. And then Bulgarians, the water maps are going to ban that. So this is what we're rolling with, 5 maps here. And I'm going to try and play them in a kind of non-conventional style. And the goal is to play like as much in feudal age as possible, because the more I can stay in feudal age, the better economy or the more resources I have to then transition to castle age. Because I can't rush to castle age. I don't have crossbow, and that's the only reason you rush to castle age. So most of the time. So if I'm playing an open map, I'm gonna try to play as heavily in feudal age as possible, make it messy, and then try to get to castle age and go like knights and maybe Krepos or something like that, something crazy. Maybe some monk and siege. Should be fun. Let's hop into the queue. And I have to keep it in the back of my mind that I do have available to me the long swordsman or the two-handed swordsman line for free. I'm going to hop over to the Twitch chat now. Any questions, drop them in now. Let's go. Let's hear it. Questions about Bulgarians, of course. When you go Cavaliers versus Conics, you only go Cavalier over Conic when you don't have castles for whatever reason. Castles or Krepos. What's the best combo to do with Bulgarians? I'd say Cav Archers and Hussars, or Conics and Skirmishers, something like that. In most Arabian maps, you also have Siege that you can use as well. Is Mayans a counter to Bulgarians? Mayans have a good matchup versus Bulgarians, yes. But, yeah, they only beat them because they're a better civ. Mayans are just usually faster. FC Conics is pretty strong. First Krepos at home, second forward. Would die to like monks and just would get outboomed too fast, I think. Why is it bad on Mountain Pass? Can't you do men at arms into Krepos rush? On that map, you start without a TC, which usually makes it so you build up your economy very fast once you do get the feudal age, and usually a fast castle map. And Bulgarians are terrible for fast castle if you then have to fight. Do you think Bulgarians are viable for team game pocket play? They're okay in pocket, not great, not bad, but in flank they're terrible. So watch out for that. Is Krepos rushing a strategy on Arabia? Playing with Krepos is definitely a go-to on Arabia, but I wouldn't base my entire strategy around just that. I'd say it's more of a situational thing that you decide to go into based on the map or something like that. Are Bulgarians the best pocket civ due to not needing to mine 5 stone to go 5 TC boom? No. Do you think you should almost always go for men-at-arm opening into Knights and Conics and Castle Age? Is that the strongest opening? I think opening men-at-arm is fine, but like propelling yourself into Knights and Conics directly would be really hard. You have to play in feudal age something, or else you're going to get outpaced most of the time. If you can somehow fully wall, then sure, going FC into Knights is fine, but make sure you're able to fully wall at least behind it. How do you counter the Krepos? I mean, usually just how you counter pretty much anything else. If the guy goes for Krepos, he's mining stone, he's belittling his economy, and if he goes for forward Krepos, you can just take it out with rams or prevent it from going up using like any range unit, pretty much. I went to Krepos instead of a castle. I would say always do Krepos instead of castles with Bulgarians, except when you're getting near Imperial Age, because the castle, you need it to get Elite Conic, you need it to make Trebs, and you need to get unique techs. So if you don't need Trebs, the Elite upgrade or unique techs, always go Krepos, pretty much. When is it best to build a castle over Krepos? I just answered that. What should mounted and dismounted be used for? Well, you start with mounted, and when they die, you get dismounted. So you don't really get a choice to use one or the other, basically. You just get both in one. How many do you need to have on wood to take advantage of the cheap CCs for a Mega Boom on Arena? I think you want to start with three town centers and then build up a fourth later. So I'd say the standard amount on wood. The only difference is you don't have to actually mine 50 or 100 stone. You have 100 stone left over after doing your standard extra 2 TCs for 3 TC boom. You have 100 stone that you can add in a fourth and fifth TC without having to mine it. That's the advantage there. How do you feel about Men at Arms into CA plus Krepos push? It's not bad. It's very all-in-ish, but it could catch your opponent off guard. It's not too bad. But usually you have to play something after your Men at Arms. How should Bulgarians counter pikes and halbs with expos? Easy. You just go for the champion line. The champion line with Baggins is quite strong. And you get the upgrades for free, so it's an easy tech choice. If mines are stronger, how do they handle mass conics and 200 swordsman limit in endgame? You just go plumed archers and you kill all that with one unit, basically. What's Mongol's best unit against Bulgarians? Mangadai for sure. Can you capture Wild Horse to get the dismounted conics mounted again? No. Although that would be kind of cool. How should you follow up a men-at-arm rush as Bulgarians? Usually, that's a good question. Usually I'd say going for some sort of range units in Feudal Age is fine. Or you can go scouts behind it. But some range units in Feudal is fine as long as you transition away from like archers in Castle Age. Obviously you can go scrims in Castle Age, you have Elite Scrim available to you. Best counter to archer civs, probably skirmishers and mangonels. That should be fine. When you do infantry armor for dismounted conics and imp, that's the last thing you get. Always get all the cavalry upgrades first, and then you get the infantry after that. But please prioritize the cavalry because they're primarily a cavalry unit, in my opinion. The infantry are not as important. What do you think? What civ do you think Bulgarians are strong to play against? I mean, Bulgarians are more of like they're an interesting civ because they can do fine versus a lot of different civs, but you have to have a specific playstyle. And I don't think Bulgarians is good for beginners because, I mean, like you do okay versus civs like, let's say, I don't know, Celts you have answers to, versus most archer civs you have answers to as well. Like you have good answers to most civs. I'd say you struggle mostly against like heavy cav archer civs, and yeah, they do okay versus Mezzo as well because they do have like 200 swordsman tech for free. Really the biggest problem with Bulgarians is that you have to make it messy, or else you just fall behind. Simple as that. Because you don't have a good eco bonus, I meant to say. All in Castle Age and team game with stirrups, it's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good from pocket position with knights. What can Persians do versus Bulgarians? Persians can probably go for some sort of like halb hand cannon combination, I'd say. That would counter most of what Bulgarians can throw. And then if the guy goes to heavy cav archer as Bulgarians, you can easily go camels as Persians. So it's a pretty even matchup. What do you do when you have Bulgarians on islands? Try to land and do something crazy. What's your ideal unit composition for the Bulgarian mirror? Conics, conics, conics for sure. Maybe actually the 200 swordsman. Actually, the 200 swordsman with Baggins could be interesting because they recently buffed that. So maybe 200 swordsman with Baggins and conics or conics, and then I'd supplement that with either hand cannoneer or skirmishers, something like that. Is there a time where you don't do men at arms? Yeah, when you don't want your opponent to know what you're doing, because men at arms are kind of predictable. That's probably their biggest weakness. You can easily open scouts as well. When are conics the most useful? In late game, when you have all the upgrades on them. What should be the late game team game unit to go for? Conics or Cavalier? Conics 100%. Once you make the switch, probably late castle, early imp. You can open Cavalier and imp and then switch to conics slowly. Kind of like you'd switch for, say, something like Cataphract for Byzantine. Bonus farms from Frank or bonus farms from Slavs? That's not a question about Bulgarians. What change would you like to see for the Bulgarians to make them more viable on a wider variety of maps? I mean, I think they're tricky because I think they have really solid unique options, but I think that they're missing a lot of the standard options. Like they have terrible navy, but no crossbow. They're just an awkward civ. So based on the design, they're never going to be good in all situations. Okay, so let's choose the Bulgarians here, and we got Kilimanjaro, so we can easily go with the men-at-arm rush here. If you guys aren't familiar with the map, I will go ahead and explain it as we start, so don't stress that one too much. That's it for Twitch chat Q&A. Let's hop into the game and see how the Bulgarians play in practice compared to how they play out in theory. Let's hop into it here and see what's popping. Alright, so Kilimanjaro is a new map. I'll explain it real quick. We're playing as the Bloodless. He's a pretty solid player, I think. He's playing as Berbers, so let's see what I have to offer here with my quick men-at-arms, which is most likely the strategy I will go for here. Okay, so I'm gonna start it out like any other, standard start. Typically just gonna go 6 on sheep, 3 on wood probably, and then decide what I'm gonna do based on that. You can actually do men-at-arms with only 3 on wood with Bulgarians. Oh, sorry, actually, let me rephrase. You can do 3 on wood men-at-arms, but you have to go up like 21 or 20 pop to make use of just how strong or how fast you can get those men-at-arms out, basically. So, that's something you should watch out for if you're playing with or against the Bulgarians. Alright, let's drop the good luck, have fun as well. That you can go with really fast men-at-arms because you're saving the mining camp, the 100 gold in the mining camp, because you get the men-at-arm upgrade for free. I'll show you how to do that in this game, most likely. Okay, so if you guys aren't familiar with this map, basically there's a lot of small patches of wood around, but not a lot in your base. They're mostly in the center. Gold and stones on the outsides, and you only start with 1 elephant. So it's a very aggressive map, and if you fall behind, or if you try to prioritize your economy too much, you're going to end up just running out of space and getting pressured till you die, pretty much. So I'm going to take this wood line on the front. It should be pretty good. Right. I do wish they had a little bit more trees on these wood lines, but I guess they really want to make an aggressive map, which is fine. This is my back elephant. You start with 2 small gold tiles as well. Yeah, the plan is definitely to open with the men-at-arms here. Versus Berbers, there's no reason not to go men-at-arms opening. Berbers aren't that special in Feudal Age. They only start to get special in Castle Age, and, well, until then, I can just do my thing in Feudal Age with the free men-at-arm upgrade. I'm going to go 3 on wood, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my elephant. I actually made a build leader on the 20 pop men-at-arms rush with Bulgarians. It's on my YouTube. The thing is, it's very old. It's when DE first came out, so you probably have to do a little bit of digging to actually figure that out. But if there's a lot of requests for it, I'll actually make a build leader and put it into my Discord. If you guys don't know, in my Discord there are tons of builders for my subs, or for the subs to my Twitch streams. So if you guys are new on YouTube and you're looking for something like that, feel free to stop on by. Alright, so I got my elephant in here, and yeah, let me know, I guess, if you guys want to see this kind of builder for the Bulgarians 20 pop men-at-arms. However, on this map, I think what I'm going to have to do is lure deers. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go back with my scout and lure deers. Actually, it's too late. I'm not going to commit to it yet. Actually, no, I have to go back because I'm still missing sheep. Never mind. I'm still missing sheep. So this might be not the cleanest build, actually. Before I get too excited and sell it out, I need to actually find my sheep here. So I do have my deer here. I do have my deer there, and I have 1 shorefish here, but that's not enough to mill. If it's 2, I'd consider it. I actually have to make the mill here. Come on, villagers. I'm gonna stick 5 on berries now because I am missing so much hunt. I'm missing my sheep, and I'm missing 4 sheep, and I'm not having a second boar, and my deer are very far. So I actually need to find sheep fast or put 5 on berries. Let's do 5 on berries. I can also send a vill out here to make a house. And see if they could find some sheep. No, I cannot. Okay, so I might have to actually go into improvisation mode. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the 20 pop men-at-arms. In fact, I think I'm probably going to have to stick with like 22 pop or something like that. I'm even going to build a farm. This is a really good response or reaction if you get lamed or if you can't find the sheep like me. This map is very limited on food, so you have to improvise. Let's adapt a builder and see what we can do. First step is luring deer. Second step is looking for my sheep. I'm going to send this vill back here to either make a second lumber camp and look for some sheep as well. Making a farm or 2 also really helps the situation. And the goal is to click up as fast as possible here at this point. Yeah, this map without the second board is actually quite tricky to click up. Should have realized that and lured deer in earlier, but I just got unlucky not finding my extra sheep. Let's try and get this guy into the town center here. Yeah, this guy is not really finding a whole lot of sheep either. Okay, so I got my deer now. Looking a bit dubious for clicking up at 22 pop even, so this is looking like kind of a bad build at this point, but mostly just because of how little food I had available to me. I'm not even finding my my sheep here, so let's do a... Can I even click up at 22 pop? The lumber camp back here. I might have to improvise even further, guys. Yeah, this is gonna be the worst 20 pop men at arm rush on the planet. Let's see, maybe I can click up at 22 pop, we'll see. There's my sheep. I could have used you guys a long time ago. Oh, look at that. All 4 in the same spots. Can I click up now? I will try to idle for a little bit. Alright, looks like we can click up. So, I mean, listen. We improvised pretty well there. I have to say. Improvised pretty well. And now I just need my barracks as fast as possible. So that's the next step. And this is the important thing in the builder. Pay attention. Taking 10 gold here with a villager. And that is instead of my mining camp with Bulgarians. Because think about the math here. We want to do 3 men-at-arms, but we don't need to get the men-at-arm upgrades. So we need 20 times 3 for the militia gold, so 60. We have 50, we just need 10 more. So that's what we're going to do. And basically what that gets you is 3 men-at-arms instantly without even having to invest into a mining camp. Which is really good because you don't really need to go for the mining camp as Bulgarians. You probably won't want to follow this up with archers. So, oh, wait, reaction time once again. I have to fight off this rush real quick. Gonna bring my scout back, in fact. And don't want to fight. Don't want to fight now. I want to fight in feudal age when I do have the men-at-arms. I might have to lose 1 vill here. Fine, I'll try to run it back. It'll probably get blocked. And I gotta wait till feudal age here. I lost 1 vill, but that's not that big of a deal. Alright, that should be cool. Chase him away now. And with my faster scout, I'll be able to take a really good fight. This is what's cool about Bulgarians. Boom, instant men-at-arms, and you just dominate the fights like that. Alright, so I lost 1 vill, but it's not the end of the world. Let's get both eco upgrades, and I'll then think of what I want to do. I could follow this up with scouts, archers. Remember, archers is still a viable option in feudal age. I just finished chasing these guys off. Alright, that guy's not important. Let's just let him live. Sorry if you guys heard a noise from upstairs there. That was quite loud. I think he's actually kind of open at home, so we can easily transition into scouts. Let's do men-at-arms into scouts. I don't have any goal to transitioning into range without a mining camp is not really a good idea unless I want skirmishers. But scouts, well, perfect transition here. He's still open as well, so I know it's going to be a good one. And let's see what I can do now. I only lost 1 vill, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. And I have a lot to show for that vill. I have 3 men-at-arms now in feudal age. So again, if I had a better builder, I would be up much faster. Probably wouldn't lose the vill, but things happen. And it's all about adapting in this game. Okay, let's get this villager back. Ooh, the quick walls. Nice play, man. Nice play. Let's see if we can get these villas done. Dude, this guy's insane. This guy's a beast. Alright, let's keep moving on then. Alright, we got him finally. We got him. River villas move faster, but we can still try and block. Got him. Alright, cool. So, I got the vill back that he took from me. Good quick walls. I'm very impressed by this guy's quick walls so far. Well played, my man. If he watches this back. Dragon trees. And now, I basically have a standard scout build. The only thing to note that on this map, not a whole lot of woodlands. So, I want to continue pressuring as much as possible. Might even consider going full scouts, believe it or not. Because of just how open the nature of this map is. Okay, so I think he's stepping up a little bit here with his quick walls. 5 here. Could use 1 more on the wood. No way. Okay. Everyone's Viper these days, man. Alright, impressive. Impressive. Well done, man. House here, then woodline. Okay, so now my berries are done. These guys can probably go to gold now. Even if I'm going full scouts, I'm gonna... Whoa! Whoa! Yo, dude, this is some impressive stuff, man. This guy is playing like an absolute baller here. Okay. I'll kill the mill. He made a stable as well, so he's going FC Knights? No, he's going scouts as well. About this one. Kill his mill if I can. He's going scouts as well. He does have a spear. Alright, and next step is wheelbarrow for sure. What's cool about the men-at-arms is that you're going men-at-arms to scouts. Oh, finally I got that villager. That you have something to do with spears as well, because the men-at-arms do really well against spears. Grab wheelbarrow quick. And these guys I probably can't fight off. Let's give him space. You know what? I think he's splitting them up too much now. Take one of those guys out. Can I take the second one? Not quite. Taking his mill though, that's good. Okay, let's kill that guy now. Yeah, perfect. Remember, spears counter scouts, sure. But if you have more numbers, scouts do fine against them. Okay, now I have to make a decision. Do I want to go full scout or go for castle age? Honestly, I think both will result in a win because I have so much pressure with these men-at-arms. Normally I'd let Twitch chat decide in this case. I'm going to try and go for bloodlines to play an extended feudal age. Because remember we said we don't want to get to castle age too fast with Bulgarians. The whole point is to get the castle age with a big economy. Nice quick wall once again. To go from there. So let's get that. Get a blacksmith as well. So I am going to play a slightly extended feudal age here. Not all in, but slightly extended. Ooh. Nope, not quite. Good reaction. Second stable for him. Looks like he wants to do the same. Ooh, and he failed that one. That is gonna hurt, my friend. That is gonna hurt. And Bloodlines just finished. Perfect timing on that one, man. I don't think... Hello? Can we fight? Okay. I don't think this is a small amount of damage here. He's probably kind of screwed here. Let's try and kill all the vills now. At this point... Whoa, oh, what? What was that? Okay. I get teleported. Alright, keeping my eco flowing here. Alright, well, listen, I got like half the vills there. No, more than half. I think I only left like 1 or 2 alive, so more than half, much more. Looks like he's going all in scouts. Let's do the same, let's do the same. Let's continue committing to scouts. Again, we talked about it. And you know what? Instead of taking gold, let's take some stone to be able to make use of the Krepos as well in Castle Age. Because it is a really good tool to put the pressure on. So I'm going to go for extended feudal scouts. Because remember what we said, we want to get the Castle Age with the big economy. And I'll also start mining some stone to go for the Krepos. Getting my armor now, getting my attack. And I think these two scouts... No, I can't take these guys on. I need my villagers to step in here. Okay, now... Okay, let's see if I can quick wall like him. Oh, I got some skills too, my friend. I got some skills too. Alright. One more time? No. Alright, that's good. That's really good for my ego, actually, right there. I know he didn't one-off me with the walls. Actually, he's probably still ahead in the wall game. Okay, let's continue making farms. Again, I'm going heavy scouts, so more farms is fine. Here. Oh, that didn't quite work out. A lot of scouts coming in for him. What's his upgrades looking like? Always click the opponent's scouts, by the way. Check the upgrades, or opponent's units in general. No upgrades for him. I have all upgrades, so I will dominate this fight. If I didn't click, it looked like I was going to lose. I had less numbers. Always click wherever you can. Helps you understand the situation much better. Let's continue farming, bring in more scouts to the table. Remember, he did lose like 5 vills behind us as well, so all I have to do is kind of just not die, and then I'll win the game slowly. Let's grab a market that can help with Castle Age. And now my plan is to get a market, buy my way up, and I have a pretty big economy to then transition this into a win in Castle Age. You probably stop making scouts now. Extended Fuel Age doesn't have to be all in. Alright, chasing away those scouts now, which is cool. Let's attack him with 3 scouts as well. Wood problems could start to occur here. As you get old, no, I'm just kidding. As you run out of the wood on the front, I think on this map you have to actually move forward. Okay, let's buy a couple hundred. Boom, perfect. Markets, sounds good. Get the gold mining upgrade as well. And yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Extended, you know, feudal age. And I'm gonna set myself up nicely for double Krepos drop. That's the plan, at least. He was trying to quick wall that. Okay, he's still committing to scouts. So let's continue making scouts. We clicked up, but nothing stops us from continuing to make scouts. There's some quick wall action there, but I just wasn't feeling it. Okay, we can chase that with just 1 unit. We don't have to invest 2. So there, shift click the other guy. Okay, he split them up. Ooh. Oh. I thought that was some crazy counterattack from him, but it was just a random militia. He might counterattack me. Let's patrol here. He might counterattack. Oh, yeah, right there. Alright, cool. I got skills? I got skills too, man. Saving that villager. The kill bonus here. Coming back? No? Alright. I think he's gonna resign in Castle Age, but just in case he doesn't resign, let's already prepare our Krepos crew. Send forward a few builds here. 5 builds should be fine. No, that one's impossible. He has 2 units on it. He's really committing to this feudal edge though. Castle Edge, just get light cap. And now I have longshore's ability, of course. Let's go with the Krepos forward. Get a spear out as well, why not? So I went light cap, easy, just as easy go knights. I like light cap because they're a bit faster than knights and thus can chase the scout cavalry down a little bit easier. Let's go forward with my Krepos. So Krepos kind of looks like this. Let's get my first one on the gold and the other one on his town center on his face. That should be quite good. Okay, hold on, I got this. Bam, just like that. Cool. This is a quick wall tutorial or what? Something like that. Alright, now we can go for the Chronics. Probably after that as well. This is maybe a little bit risky with my forward Krepos here. But I have the spear. Even consider getting fletching for the Krepos as well now. Quite a good upgrade. And yeah, concentrating light cap. Again, you could go knights. I'm going light cap because they move fast and they're actually quite good to chase down the scout cavalry. You know what? He's going for a defensive tower. Let's send more villas. Let's really commit to that Krepos. Send those guys in as well. We got the quick wall there. I swear this game has been a quick wall tutorial. 50% on that. I think I can get it up. No, not quite. Quick wall is literally everywhere here. Alright, bringing in the vills. Can I do it? I don't think I can actually. I don't think I have enough. I have to kill that tower first, that's for sure. Alright, well we'll send more. This is turning into a bit of a fiasco, but I swear this strategy is actually quite good. He's investing a lot into the defense as well. The forward Krepos would be really strong now. And the thing is, even if it fails, it's less investment than a castle, so it's still not as bad as getting a failed castle here. In other words, a doubt castle. Cool. Perfect. Get it up. And now I can already make a second one. And now this will become my Conic station. So I'll even stop producing light cap and I'll go pure Conics. Let's go for another Krepos. They're kind of like mini castles, which is exactly kind of what they are here. Exactly kind of, which is exactly what they are, mini castles. And now I got the Conics that will come out as well. Conics are stronger than knights and Conics are stronger than light cap. Makes sense to go for them here. But he's tapping out. GG's. Krepos on his buildings, and like I said, it's easier to go for the forward Krepos. Why? Because A, it's less of an investment. B, they're 3x3 buildings, so easier to fit in small spaces. And, well, C, they're cool, so it's easier to justify going for Krepos forward. And it's extremely strong after a prolonged feudal fight, which we saw in this game. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of So You Want to Play Bulgarians. I'm going to quickly recap the game and show off the stats. You know, we'll move on with our lives here on Twitch after that. So, again, extended feudal age. I don't want to rush the castle age. I played 2 stables. He ended up going like all in feudal age. He went even heavier commitments. I did get a really nice raid, which put me ahead. But yeah, the map is very open on this one, so be careful how fast you age up, and especially with Bulgarians, because if you age up too quickly, you're gonna find that there's not much to do in early castle age if you don't have a big economy. However, I stayed in feudal age. I ended up going to castle age a bit later. I had a ton of resources here to spend. I was going to go Conics for days. I had all my upgrades. And I was going to go with a lot more Krepos as well. Mining the stone. I got a really lucky mining camp though on stone and gold. But that's a detail. Alright, so that's pretty much the game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here. More KD for me. More economy for me. That's basically just because I killed a lot more villagers. And take a look at the timeline. I just had more military from the start. The men-at-arms early on, I mean, I did lose one village right here, but then the men-at-arms early on got me so much pressure, which I was able to snowball into a lot of aggression, and then to snowball it even further in Castle Age once the Light Cav and the Conics came out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of So You Want to Play YouTube. Oh, So You Want to Play Bulgarians. This episode of the So You Want to Play series. Comment down below on the YouTube what stuff you want to see next week. One day after I post a video, 24 hours, I see the highest voted comments or comments. I actually look at multiple and see which one I'll do next week based on your vote. So go vote there. Get a last hi YouTube or a bye YouTube in the chat, guys, in Twitch. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and bye for now.